What's good, everybody? It's your girl Ellen Roxon here with my show Talkk Datt Talkk that airs every Fridays at 12 p.m. here on GBKM FM. Today I have a great show for you guys. I hope everyone's having a great day. The weather has been great recently, so I hope everyone's been able to enjoy the weather. COVID is still kind of happening, so I hope everyone is still, doing their best to stay clean and cautious while, being out and about, enjoying the weather as well. I also hope that everyone has been taking the time to, donate or sign petitions for Black Lives Matter causes, you guys. So yeah, just be sure to keep on educating yourself, keep on, donating, signing, and posting, you guys. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a great day. Before I introduce you guys to my guest, we are going to take a quick break just so that everybody can grab a snack, get comfortable, and then we'll be back. So yeah, guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
As the world fights this coronavirus, we are standing together as a family.
My name is Kevin. I'm a fan of GBKM.
My name is Pastor Clement Omozane.
I'm Medea, your red carpet host.
I am your host, Ellen Roxon, for the show Talkk Datt Talkk here on GBKM FM.
I'm a mother and a teacher. I stand with everyone at this time.
And my name is OJ Ebobo, co-host of the King's Domain.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Lloydie, the host of the Chat Up Show on GBKM.
My name is Kenny Bagwai, President and CEO, GBKM FM and TV. We stand with all the community affected by this pandemic.
What's good, everybody? You're here with your girl Ellen Roxon. If you were just tuning in, I am the host for the show Talkk Datt Talkk here on GBKM FM. Today I have a great guest for you guys. He is a comedian as well as a creator. But before I introduce you guys to him, I just want to make sure that everybody is still, staying clean, being cautious, and doing all that they can right now with COVID, still trying to keep their distance. But yeah, guys, let's welcome my guest, Tracer. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good, good, good. So, Tracer, just to start, just please introduce yourself to everybody and let everybody know just a little bit about you.
All right, cool. You want me to do like my doorway introduction, or I could give you like the YouTube voice?
Whatever one
So
you
I got to tag
choose.
that.
You pick,
All right,
you
cool.
pick.
Boom. All right. What's goody in the hoodie like A Bookie? I'm back and I'm better like Bryson Tiller. It's your boy Trezor, a.k.a. the Toronto Tiller,
Hey.
a.k.a. the president of the Faithful Black Man Association. Don't chase me, chase the dreams. I'm here with Ellen, about to have a good show. So what's up?
Hey, that was dope. That was dope.
I've been practicing. I'm not new to this.
Don't kill me. So just to start off, I do want to ask you, how do you feel right now about the whole Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's going on with that?
Definitely been a wild time, and I feel like just for Black people around the world, this has been a long time. And it's wild that it's 2020 and things like this are still happening. People are still getting killed by the police, and racism is still wildly prevalent. And these companies are just now starting to make changes and shifts in their company to combat racism. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing because this has been 400 plus years of oppression and anger built up. So I'm not really surprised that people are angry, whether it's looting or rioting or even the peaceful protests, which technically is what we should be doing. But you can't be upset. It's like if a kid is getting bullied at school and then one day decides to stand up for himself and hits back the bully, is the kid wrong for defending himself even though fighting is wrong? So it's kind of one of those situations. But I definitely love the awareness that's going on, and it sucks that it had to take this to happen for the changes to be made. But if this is what it takes, then this is what we got to do.
Right. How does it feel like being a young Black guy yourself, knowing that, it could really be you in let's say George Floyd's position, for example? How does that make you feel?
It's definitely scary, but I think as young Black men, we're kind of conditioned to where we don't even really think about it, because I've told some of my non-Black friends about certain situations that I've gotten into, and they're like, whoa, like, that's not normal. If that was me in the situation, I would have been traumatized. And I'm kind of like, okay, this is just the life we live.
For sure. Can you like give us an example or maybe like a quick little story of like an attempt
Yeah,
where you
there was one time where I was in Walmart. Like, I just went to the gym, and then I was in Walmart, like literally just minding my business, went to buy a pack of protein, and I was walking out, and this police officer just walked up to me, and he's like, where are you coming from? I'm like, in the store. He's like, who are you with? I'm like, I was by myself. And then grabs me and pulls me back into the store. And I'm asking him what's going on. He's not saying anything to me, and just drags me to some random guy. And he's like, is this the guy? And the guy's like, no. And then just shoves me. He's like, all right, get out of here. I just shook my head and walked away. But I told that story to other people, and people are like, what? I would have pressed charges. I would have collected all their numbers and this and that. But to me, it's like, that was just like regular for me and the people that I was around. So I wasn't even thinking in that way that was something that shouldn't have happened, because that's just an everyday story for us.
That's so true. How did you like feel in that moment? Like, did you feel scared or like, oh my gosh, like maybe this can escalate and, turn into something worse?
I was not confused and scared. I was like, I probably would have got more scared, but I was just more confused than anything.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing that you also have a large platform, how do you feel like you've been able to like speak out on the matter?
Yeah, I definitely made a video saying my piece about what I feel about the whole situation. And I do think that people with platforms in some way should find a way to show that they're aware and that they're listening. Because I do understand that not everyone, especially at the beginning, sometimes people take time to process things. So I don't think it's really right where everyone say, oh, so how come this person hasn't said anything and this person hasn't said anything? Like, everyone doesn't deal with things the same way, process things the same way. And some people actually don't even know how to put what they want to say into words. So whether it's just donating and posting it on your platform, or showing the protest and posting it on your platform, or like posting links to charity organizations, or that should be done. But in some way, I do think that there should be some sort of thing on your platform, if you have a big platform, to bring awareness to what's going on.
100%. Have you yourself been able to head out to any of the protests that we've had so far in Toronto?
Yeah, I went to the one in Mississauga. I wanted to go to the one downtown, but I was still kind of nervous with the whole Corona thing. But at this point, who honestly knows what is going on with that? I just seen that they said that like they reported under 200 cases, where I don't know how that's possible with everyone protesting. So who really knows? But yeah, I went to the one in Mississauga at Square One, and I'm glad that I went.
Yeah. How was it?
It was good. It was really good. It was peaceful. No one was causing any problems, and it was warm, and it was good. I saw a lot of people, a lot of familiar faces over there.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so now steering a little bit away from Black Lives Matter. So you are a comedian and a curator. What inspired you to want to like become a comedian and start posting videos on social media?
Honestly, I've just been this way my whole life. Like, I was the kid that was like 5, breakdancing at the weddings, or hosting like the shows at church when I was a kid. Like, I was just always into entertainment. And then, so I've been pretty much just gifted, like, and blessed naturally to just be able to be creative. It's not really like I have to work extra hard initially. Like, it's obviously it takes hard work, but initially, like, I've just been given the gifts to do what I do. And then when I got to about probably 8th grade, I like completely stopped because I started playing basketball. So from about grade 7 to probably grade 12, I was fully focused in basketball. I was at prep school. Shout out to Next Generation Academy. I was in prep school. I went to school in Chicago for a little bit. So I was like fully basketball. So when it came to grade 12 and I realized that that wasn't going to turn into anything. Because I was the type of person where it's either I'm going to a Division I school or that's it. Like I'm not doing all the other extra stuff. That wasn't me. So when that stopped, at the same time, I kind of started falling in love with creating again. And then that started working. So I just shifted my focus to that. And I've just been going hard with that ever since.
Wow. So when did you like drop your first video?
I think it was summer 2012.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a while. I think summer 2012 was like the first ever, because I've had like some trial and error videos where like I'm just seeing what's going on, and then I made a YouTube channel with my cousins and we dropped like 3 videos. So like there was a lot before the whole Instagram and like Twitter type of thing, but YouTube was like my first ever video in like summer of 2012.
When did like you get your first viral video? Like when did you first go viral?
See, it's always weird for me to answer that because viral means something different to a lot of people. Some people think some stuff is viral of mine that I don't think is viral, but I will say the first time any video I could say that like people came up to me in person was, I say 2014, I think. I was in my first year of university.
Wow.
I made a video like in the hallways with my friends at school called like when being Chris Brown goes wrong, and it was literally just me just dancing through the hallways and then going up to a girl and then her rejecting me. But that like it took off. I had like 10,000 retweets or like 20,000 retweets, and that was the first time that anyone ever actually like paid attention to me when I walked outside. People were like, yo, you're that guy from that video.
How did you feel when like you started, like when you went viral, like seeing like all the retweets and stuff like that? Like how did that make you feel?
It felt good, but I wasn't shocked or amazed. It's one of those situations where I was definitely putting in the work. So it wasn't one of those where I was like, wow, this is amazing that it's happening. It's more of like, okay, well, it's about time because I know I've been working hard.
For sure, for sure. So you said that like people recognize you. How often would you say, especially now considering your following, how often would you say that you get like recognized like when you go out places?
I would say it's not like every time I step out the door, someone recognizes me, but I would probably say at least 80% of the time at a large social gathering, whether it's like a club or a big party or a concert or a basketball game or something, someone usually like will come up to me. But there's a lot of times also where people kind of just stare at you and it's like they want to say something, but they don't want to come up to you. So I feel that a lot. But what was weird was when people started recognizing me out of the city. That's when I was like, whoa, this is weird. I went to London for the first time 2 years ago, to the UK, and I took more pictures in London than I've ever taken in Toronto.
No way.
I went to LA. Someone stopped me. I was in Mexico right before Corona started, and these people from America recognized me. So I was like, yo, this is wild. I really can't be on the street looking crazy now. I used to be able to go out, sweatpants, dirty hoodie. I cannot do that anymore.
Yeah. How does it feel like when people recognize you? Like, do you ever get kind of like nervous, or are you just like all for it?
No, I'm for it because honestly, I'm a people person. So it's not like I'm not awkward. If people want to talk, I'll talk to them. It's all good. Like I appreciate it. So I'm not gonna diss anybody. So yeah, I'm with it.
Oh, that's dope. How do you feel it's like being like a creator and like a comedian that's popular like in Toronto? You know, I feel like so many times people feel like, you know, they don't really get as much love in their own cities, and like you just said too as well, how you feel like more people come up to you when you travel. How is that for you? Like, do you feel like there's kind of like more haters in your own city than outside of here?
I wouldn't call it haters. I just think Toronto is still new to having people that have big platforms or like celebrities, obviously in terms of Drake, The Weeknd, and them. So I think when it becomes more normalized, then people will know how to deal with it. Because if you go to like LA, you could see the most famous person ever walking down the street, and
Yeah.
odds are no one's even going to stop and say anything because they're used to it. But I think in
Yeah.
Toronto, we're still not used to it, so it's kind of that mentality of, oh, this person is cool, and I know that they're cool, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want them to think I'm a groupie or a fan. When in reality,
That's true.
like showing support isn't being a groupie or being a fan. Even though there are certain people that will treat people like that,
Yeah.
but that happens anywhere. Like that'll happen anywhere. Everybody's not a nice person, but I don't think the mentality that showing love is corny or like wanting to keep information for yourself is something that should continue. So hopefully over time, it's definitely gotten better
Yeah.
than it was before, but we still have work to do.
100%, 100%. So you also kind of like host events and stuff. What is it like hosting events in the city as well?
I love it. What was the first one? I think the first one I ever did was a culture show for Brock University,
Oh,
and I
wow.
co-hosted it with Marlon Palmer, that do McFly,
Okay,
and
okay.
it was fun. I always have fun hosting events, so I started doing those, like a lot of university stuff, Frosh culture shows and pageants and stuff, and then I started doing grad trips out of the country. So I've been doing those for the past 3-4 years. I've been lucky enough, like,
Gee.
to go to places that I probably wouldn't go on my own.
Yeah.
I went to the Bahamas the last 3 summers, and I'm getting paid, and it's a free trip. Like, yeah, of course I'm doing that.
No, yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So what is it like doing events outside of the country? Like, what's that experience like?
It's wild. It's like, imagine, it's like Spring Breakers, but like a little bit toned down. But actually, no, not even. I've seen the wildest things that I've ever
Really?
seen in my life on these trips. Yeah, like
Oh,
people
wow.
are wild. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that's dope. Where have you not traveled yet that you want to go to?
There's a couple states I haven't been to that I want to go to. I haven't been to Houston,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I haven't been to Atlanta. I want to go there. But
Yeah.
weirdly enough, I want to go to Brazil and I want to go to
Ooh.
Dubai.
Yeah, those are
But I feel like
really
you have to
nice.
have money to go to Dubai. I'm not going to be broke going to Dubai. That doesn't make any sense.
No, for sure. You got to be a little bit up before you
Yeah.
go there.
Or you have to know somebody or something.
For sure. So you also said that you've hosted with that dude McFly. Is there any other like comedians or creators like from the city that you've had an opportunity to work with as well?
That I have worked with already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to my guys, Bilal Dawson. He's really good, talented. Mucho TV. He's good. I've done stuff with a man like Joseph.
Okay.
I don't think me and Dem Dog have done anything yet. We are
Really?
soon. We're linking up soon, definitely for sure. We're probably
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
make a few songs or
surprised.
something. Leisha Cole, Nadia Stone.
Yes.
There's a lot of people. I apologize if I'm forgetting anyone, but there's a lot. Yeah, What's with Andy? There's a couple more people that I'm forgetting.
Wow,
Marlon,
no
yeah,
worries, no
Marlon
worries.
McLaughlin. Yeah, a lot of people.
Who in the city that you haven't worked with that you would love to like do a collab with?
Weirdly enough, and I've known them for years, I still haven't done anything with For Y'all.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with Trey and Jay.
Oh my gosh, you
It's
should hit
just,
them up. What?
yeah, it just hasn't worked out yet. I've known them for years, see them all the time, talk to them. We just haven't done
Yeah.
anything yet.
Aw.
I've done stuff with Femi Lawson already,
Okay.
but yeah, it's probably just For Y'all, the last one I could think of off the top of my head, besides like the big giant people like
Yeah.
Superwoman or stuff like that.
How about any comedians, let's say like outside of the city? Are you inspired by any of those people and would maybe want to work with like them as well?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there
I'd
is.
say like King Batch. He was one of the people that I used to talk to when I was like small, like a
No
super
way.
small creator, and he used to review my stuff and give me advice before he
Aw.
popped off on Vine. So definitely King
Wow.
Batch. There's a lot of people who else.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot. Have you ever had any like bad experiences with like other comedians, or like ever had an experience where like people have kind of like tried to say like, oh, like I feel like he's copied my video and stuff like that? Because I feel like it's kind of hard sometimes being a comedian, because like sometimes videos can be like so similar. Do you ever
Yeah.
feel like you've had an experience like that before?
Personally, no, like not in person to my face or been around someone where I was like, wow, this guy's whack. But there's definitely been a couple times where someone will say, oh, like it wouldn't even be the person. It'll just be like comments to be like, you copied this person when I've never even seen that video in my life. And I'll be
Yeah.
like, okay. Because I don't know. I don't think people realize that more than one person can have the same idea. And odds are
Exactly.
that somebody did this before you. Like everything is a
Yeah.
copy of something else. So whoever they think originally did it, I could probably find someone else who did it before that.
It's so true. That's so true. So yeah, also talking about like your videos and stuff like that. What would you say is like your favorite type of videos to create? Because I know you do like a lot of like you make up kind of like raps and stuff like that. So what's like your favorite videos to create?
Yeah, probably videos with a musical element because I get to exercise that type of creativity as well.
That's dope. So you've been doing this, you said like since 2012. How do you feel since 2012 till now that like you've changed or grown?
Definitely in, well, production value for once.
Okay.
Also, I think as you go along, it's trial and error. You start to learn what things you should kind of stay away from, what things work, like what things you probably just shouldn't talk about just for the betterment of everybody, you know, because no one's trying to get canceled or have
Yeah.
anything problematic happen to you. And then you learn, it's kind of like bad, but you kind of learn to not have high expectations because in the entertainment industry, a lot of things are promised to you that never end up working out. So
Yeah.
sometimes you can be so excited for something and then never hear about it again. So it's more of a situation where you need to just like stay still, and then when things happen, then you can be excited about it. But yeah, I've definitely learned to keep my expectations low until things are actually in
sure.
motion.
For sure. Have you ever posted a video and regretted it at all?
Regretted it? Not necessarily, because I haven't really posted anything that I'm like, wow, this is bad. But
Yeah.
I've posted like certain things that maybe like I said something unconsciously that I didn't like mean to, or that I didn't mean to take offense, that I didn't mean for people to take offense to. But when someone will tell me, yeah, I'll just be like, oh, my bad. Like I'll just take it down and then change it. It's nothing big to me.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, we actually have a clip of one of your videos that you posted. So we're gonna share that right now for you guys.
Cool.
Are you ready for the Raptors? Raptor foot, 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 Raptor foot. Lowry, him Jambali, Lowry, him Jambali, Lowry, him Jambali, Lowry, him Jambali. Me say Kawhi me a river, 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 Kawhi me a river. Defense, you're not going nowhere. Raptors, where the ball see there. Defense, you're not going nowhere. Raptors, where the ball see there. Pascal with a 30 on your head top. Ibaka the one that where I get blocked. On Fleet, let me name Van Fleet. Danny Green in my shoe from tree. Stomp up your left foot, stomp up your right. Raptor foot, we are stomp all night. Stomp up your left foot, stomp up your right. Raptor foot, we are stomp all night.
inspired that particular video?
So for the Raptor foot video, I saw a clip of this guy, General Genius, outside of the Raptor stadium, and it was like him and his friend with a microphone, and he was just stomping on the ground saying Raptor foot, Raptor foot.
Yeah,
And I thought it was hilarious. Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. So, and then someone else actually said, yo, you need to make this into a song, because I guess I kind of became that guy where people are like, yo, like turn this into a song.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
someone
yeah.
just told me, yo, make this into a song. And I'm like, all right, cool. So I literally did it. Like I just freestyled the whole thing, did the video, and I did it like the night before I was going on one of the trips. I was going to the Bahamas the next morning. So I just did that at night, threw it up, and then I woke up in the morning and it was going crazy. Like wild. And then there was a bunch of like politics and everything around it, which kind of took away from the whole thing for me, not for everybody else. So there was a whole lot of thing, because like people didn't, like, you know, people like not General Genius specifically, but like some people in his camp were like, oh, you stole our song and you did this and that. But I was like, nah, like I just remixed something and it happened to pop off, because I know if it didn't blow up, like no one would have said anything. But it's all right. And then I went to the Bahamas and it was going crazy over here.
Wow.
And then I started getting emails for like CP24 wanted me to come on the show, Breakfast Television wanted me to come on the show, CBC wanted me to do an interview, NBA.com wanted me to do an interview. But I'm in the Bahamas, like I'm not even home. So I did the CBC one over FaceTime, but I had to miss like going on Breakfast Television, going on CP24 and stuff. And then I came back the night before the parade. So I feel like if I was here, things definitely would have been different, because I was trying to go on a float.
Yeah.
I feel like if I was here, I probably would have found my way onto a float. Like I could have talked to some people to make that happen, but I was gone. So I went to the parade and they're like playing the song at the parade, and I'm just there in the middle of the parade. I'm like, wow, this is crazy.
Oh, that's amazing. How did that time make you feel? I know for so many people that was just like such an historical moment when Raptors won. How did you feel, especially considering like you made that song and like they were playing it? How did you feel?
It was just crazy timing that the Raptors ended up winning when I made the song. But it's amazing because nobody thought that was going to happen at all. Even when we got to the finals, no one really thought that we were going to beat the Warriors. So when we actually ended up winning, everyone's like, whoa, like this is crazy, especially since it's the first time in history that we've ever won. I was like, yeah, this is amazing. So the parade was amazing. Too bad people had to ruin it by trying to shoot up the place. But for the time that we were there, it was amazing because I know no one thought that was going to happen. It's probably not going to happen again for a while.
You never know.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we have some questions. So people were asking questions. So somebody asked, did you think that you would be doing this like when you were younger?
When I was young, like a child. Yes.
Could you see yourself doing this?
When I was a child, yeah. I was one of, like, I wanted to be on Disney Channel so bad. Like I was one of those kids where I would watch every show, memorize every line from every show. I was one of those kids. I wanted to be on Disney Channel so bad. Teenager me, no, I didn't think I was going to be doing this. But when I was a kid, for sure. Yeah. And that's why my family supports me. Like my mom, shout out to my mom and everybody. Because they've seen this. Like they've seen this from me. This isn't something new that's been happening. Like I've been this type of person.
Yeah. Do you feel like sometimes like your parents ever wish that maybe you did something more like I guess not like social media wise and like something kind of like more serious, like a doctor or like a teacher or something like that?
I feel like every Black parent, my mom's Jamaican and my dad's Congolese, so I have Africans and Jamaicans around.
Oh wow!
And they're like, you know how immigrant parents are. They want you to go to school, get a doctor, lawyer, something. My mom is cool in a way that she's like, okay, I see you putting in the work, So I'm gonna let you pursue this dream. But every now and then she'll be like, so you sure you don't wanna like become a doctor or go to graduate school or something? And I'm like, no, like this is it. I already went to university. I did that mostly for her because I did not like school.
Yeah.
My mom always said, yo, just get the papers. So I did that. And now that that's done, let me ride. Like, I'm doing my thing now.
For real. What did you end up taking in school then?
I went to Gulf Humber for media studies.
Okay. And how did you like that?
It was something. Nah, I'm glad that I went because I definitely met people that are some of my best friends till now. I learned a lot of stuff. We had resources since I was in media to do certain things. I do think that school definitely isn't for everybody.
Yeah,
I was fortunate enough that I'm a smart person. I can get through it without even really, I didn't even really try. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't even really try.
I hear
and
that.
I'd still do decent. Like I was still doing pretty good for having extracurricular activities that I was doing. And I know that's not for everybody. And sometimes if you have an opportunity, then you have to take it. Because while I was in school, I was still just grinding away. It's not like I had some big break. Because if something happened and like they called me to be in like a movie or a TV show, I'm gone. But it just worked out for me in that way that I got to finish and now I'm doing what I'm doing.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, well, before we continue some more conversation, we're just going to take a quick little break, you guys, and then we will be back in a minute.
As the world fights this coronavirus, we are standing together as a family.
My name is Kevin. I'm a fan of GBKF.
My name is Pastor Clement Omozane.
I'm Medea, your red carpet host.
I am your host, Ellen Roxon, for the show Talkk Datt Talkk here on GBKM FM.
I'm a mother and a teacher. I stand with everyone at this time.
Hi, my name is OJ Egobo, co-host of the King's Domain.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Aloidi, the host of the Chat Show on GBKM.
My name is Kenny Bazwai, President and CEO, GBKM FM and TV. We stand with all the community affected by this pandemic.
As the world fights this coronavirus, we are standing together as a family.
My name is Kevin. I'm a fan.
We are back, you guys. You're here with your girl, Ellen Roxon, on my show Talkk Datt Talkk. I'm here with my guest, Trezor. And yeah, we're just going to continue with the conversations, you guys. So I know that you had an opportunity to actually work with Raptors and I believe OVO to do voiceover for one of their videos. What was that experience like for you?
That was amazing because it was random. A guy that I know that's kind of connected with them, he messaged me. He's just like, yo, someone wants to give you an opportunity if you want to do it. I'm like, sure. And then one of the girls that works with the Raptors messaged me and told me about the project. And I was like, of course. Like, what?
Yeah.
Being from Toronto, being able to work with the Raptors and OVO, that was crazy. I recorded it at the Raptors arena in their studio. So it was a really fun experience. And I didn't even really tell anyone about it. Like I just let it drop. And what's crazy enough is a lot of people message me and they're like, yo, like from I heard the voice, I knew it was you. Like a lot of people, I didn't even tell them that it was me. They just knew automatically.
Wow, that's amazing. How long did it take you guys to record it? Was it just like a one-take thing or did you have to do it multiple times?
I probably spent like 15 minutes in there. It didn't take long at all.
Wow, that's awesome. Did you get to be there when they were like filming any of the actual clips of it or no?
No, it was actually done like this whole script part was before any of the filming, and then they did the filming, and then I came in after the filming was done. So I saw the video with I did a reference from my house. So the reference was over that finished video, and then I came to record the final recording. So that was done already.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, well, we actually have that video as well. So we're going to play that for you guys so you guys can see it in here.
From time, we like kings on queen and like queens on king. It's home,
It's battling the cutting cold with the heat from a jerk drum. It's riding the RT to the heart of the city. From east or west, we walk on coals with no stutter in our step. And in the harshest winter, a flame is always lit. We'll quit when it's dark. We don't drop out until that shot drops in. Every missed three, every broken beat, it's a middle finger to failure. It's 0 to 100. The basement beats to the top of the chart. An empty canvas to a monument pouring passion. It's a broken rim and chain link to a red and gold banner. In this city, it's strength in numbers. And if you ain't running with us, run from us. This is Toronto. Welcome home, fam. From
Yeah, the video is dope. I like how you ended off saying "Welcome home, fam."
Thank
So
you.
Toronto. Yeah. So could you see yourself doing like other voiceovers for other things as well, or even like acting?
For sure. Yeah, that's definitely in the plans. The social media stuff, it's not really my end goal. It's more that I'm just building a platform so I have leverage for when I'm coming to mainstream companies, you know, because now that's a lot of things. That's what they want. If you're going on auditions or even if you're trying to model or whatever, they'll ask you about your social media to see your social media. So the more engagement, followers, fans that you have is the easier that you can get things done realistically. Because I'm trying to get to that point where people are coming to me. Like, I didn't really like going on auditions and stuff because I don't like the fact, like, I don't like the concept of having to try to prove myself to these people and then hoping that they pick me for something. I would rather have my brand and then people that think that I align with their brand, then they come to me with opportunities. So that's what I'm trying to do.
For sure, I hear that. So you also make music. What inspired you to want to take like music seriously, considering that, you know, you make funny videos where you turn like things into music? What made you want to take it seriously and actually like make your own music?
Well, firstly, since me just being a creative person, I get bored of things really quickly. So if I'm just making videos, I'm like, okay, I need a change in something. And then like I would just make some music. So I've been making music for a while. I just never dropped it. And then when the videos, comedy stuff started popping off with the musical elements, then a lot of people kept telling me, yo, you need to make music. Like, you need to make music for real. And I was kind of like, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. I never really took it seriously. Like, I would just make songs for fun. So when it got to this point, when we were in the lockdown, I'm like, yo, I have nothing else to do because I got back from Mexico right like into this quarantine stuff. So I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. So I was bored. So I'm like, okay, I have the time. So I might as well just do it. So up to that point, like before I dropped my first song, I already had like 40, 50 songs just sitting in my computer just because I make things for fun. So like, yeah, a lot of the stuff that I dropped now, this was made months ago, even like a year ago, and I'll sprinkle in some new stuff. And then through the videos, I started gaining connections like through the music, in the music industry, whether it's A&Rs or people from labels or actual artists themselves, which are saying, yeah, you need to make your own music. So I'm like, sure, it won't hurt. Like, it's not like I'm stopping everything to make music. It's just something I'm doing in addition to everything else I'm doing. So it's fun.
Yeah. How long does it usually take you to write a song?
Not long at all. Considering I produce most of the songs that I make myself, like, because I make beats too. I actually was making beats before I started making music. So it depends how like deep I'm trying to go into a song, how intricate I'm trying to make it. But if I'm just trying to make something, I can finish a song in like 15 minutes, like easily. It can take from 15 minutes to a couple hours, depending on what I'm really trying to do.
Wow. What usually inspires you to even write a song?
Just things in life. It depends. If I'm trying to do like a conscious song where I want it to mean something, it'll be just life. But there's a lot of times where I keep notes in my phone, like one for videos and then one for music. Whenever I'm just having conversations and like someone says something, I'll be like, oh, that would be a good concept or a good idea. I'll just write it down. And then whenever I'm ready to make a song, I'll just go to my notes and I'll just play a beat, and whichever word or concept stands out to that beat, I'll just craft it around that.
That's awesome. So you essentially produce your own music then, you would say?
Yeah, majority. A few of the stuff isn't mine. I have a couple of friends that make beats. Shout out to my cousin Jojo, and then other people in the city like Smoke Endo. And then even with that, through my videos, I've hooked up with other producers like this guy Jamaican and another guy named Axel, who are Pop Smoke and Fabio Foreign's main producers.
No way.
I have stuff with them too. One of French Montana's producers. I have songs with him too. There's a lot.
Wow. Speaking of artists such as like Pop Smoke, you know, we did lose an artist that was very popular in Toronto, Houdini. How did that make you feel knowing that he passed?
It's a shame, honestly, because he was blowing up. He was definitely doing his thing. I'm not gonna act like I listen to his music really often, but just anybody from the city that's making moves in their area, I have to rate them. You know, I have to really appreciate them. And plus, a lot of people I know knew him, and he went to school like up the road from my cousin's house and from where I went to school. So it's really close to home because I know a lot of people that were affected by it because I knew a lot of his friends and people that loved him. So it's definitely sad.
Yeah, 100%. Does it ever kind of make you nervous, like, you know, blowing up and thinking that like maybe this could like happen to you at all?
Not really, because I feel like I'm not really, well, obviously anything can happen to anybody, especially in the city and especially being Black, but I don't really portray myself in a way that brings negativity towards me, you know? I'm a nice guy, I'm cool, I don't pretend to be hard, I'm not a hood man, I don't, you know, I'm not with the whole gang banging, I'm not doing drugs, showing guns and doing whatever, so like, I don't really do anything that would warrant people to want to test me or try me like that. But like I said, anything can happen. But I'm not worried in the sense that people are coming after me because I don't do anything to anybody. So there would really be no reason for that to happen.
Yeah, for sure. Is there any artists in the city that you would want to work with?
I mean, from the top down, yeah, for sure. Like, obviously, the people like Drake, Tory, Weekend. And then there's definitely even smaller people. I know a girl named Jazzy Monica. She's super fire. A girl named Tatiana. She's really, really good.
I feel like I might have heard of her.
Yeah, there's a lot of talented people in the city, and I hope that a lot of people start to work together more because definitely if we could turn into one of those cities where everyone just collaborates, it would be crazy. Even people like Jessie Reyes, she's dope. Alessia Cara, funny enough, I've known her, not like very, very well, but I've known her for a while, like from when she just started blowing up. I used to talk to her on Twitter, be like, yo, so how did you make that? And like, where did you go? Like, I just had questions for her. I think she still follows me on Twitter, but I wouldn't even try to message her now. I know she's not answered. She got like 2 million followers. But yeah, she's really talented. So even people that aren't in the rap genre like that, like Jessie Reyes or Alessia Cara, but even people like Division or like those guys are crazy.
For sure. How, like, or not how, but is there any artist like outside of the city that you would say like inspire like your music or that you take note from at all?
Yeah, for sure. A majority of my music has some sort of cultural like spice or element to it. So I get inspiration from a lot of London people like J Hus, Stormzy, Skepta, Young Bane, Dave. Like there's a lot of people over in London. And then on the African side, people like Burna Boy, Wizkid, they are just like the ghost to me. Burna Boy and Wizkid are crazy. Also, people like Malik Berry,
Yes.
Wande Cole, there's a lot of people. And then on the Jamaican side, obviously like Vibes Cartel, Top Con, Alkaline. There's so many people that I'll take inspiration from.
For sure. Have you ever had the opportunity to perform like any of your music at all?
I have, and you know what's weird? Whenever I end up performing, it's never like a planned thing. Like I've never gone somewhere with the intention to perform. It'll be like I'll be at places like the club, or it happens a lot at the club,
Wow.
or like a barbecue or a party or a show, and the DJ will just be like, "Yo, you trying to perform? Like, I have your song, you can do it." And you know me, I'm with whatever. Like, I'm about everything. I'm not one of those people that are gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm not prepared." I'm not like I'm with it all. So whenever I show up to places where people are like, "Yo, do you want to perform?" I'm like, "All right, cool, I'll do it."
That's awesome. That's awesome. So if anybody watching wants to holla at you for events and stuff, where can they hit you up at?
Yeah, you can definitely find my management's email on my Instagram, but Instagram is I am Chisora, Twitter is I am Chisora, YouTube I am Chisora, and all the links for my contacts are on all of my social medias.
Awesome. So you also dropped a song, I believe, was it yesterday or today?
Yeah, I have. This goes back to me just having like so many songs. I decided to do a thing probably about, I think when the quarantine started, where I'm just gonna drop a song every Friday or every Saturday. It's like once a week. So a lot of the stuff that are dropping now, I didn't even really want to drop, especially with everything that's going on. But they've been in the system for so long, like on like timers. I'll upload like 4, 5, 6, 7 songs at a time, and then just set them to drop 1 week apart from each other. So I think like at 12 a.m. every Friday a song drops. So sometimes I'll even wake up and be like, "Oh yeah, oh this is out." Like I don't even remember anymore. But yeah, it was a song called Mercedes that just dropped.
Jeez, have you made any music videos for any of your songs yet?
Not yet.
Not
I
yet?
want to, but the ideas that I have for my music videos, like I need to be able to move freely outside, you know.
Yeah.
I might do a couple, just like figure it out, or maybe just around the crib or something. But like the ideas that I have,
Yeah.
I have to be able to be with people and go outside and go to different venues and stuff.
For sure. What has inspired some of your ideas for your music videos that you have planned?
Movies, music, even a lot of other people's videos. Like I like the baby's music videos.
I was literally
Where-
thinking of him. His
Yeah,
videos are
where it's
crazy.
like I like that type of concept where the video has to do with the song, but it's not something you would think of. Like it's not just girls, car, money, like
Yeah.
in the club, something like things that are animated. So people like the baby, Chris, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, like people that have fun in their videos. That's the type of approach that I want to take for my videos.
That's awesome. Do you have anything planned for after quarantine and when we can kind of start being around more people?
Nothing yet. I have a couple people that I brainstorm with that we're definitely going to start to come with some ideas. But as of right now, not really. Sometimes I'm a spur of the moment person. Like I'll have an idea, hit people up like, "Yo, can we do this today?" So as of right now, I don't have anything planned, but I'm definitely going to get some stuff done.
Yeah. Do you feel you have been able to be like proactive with like making your skits and videos and music while being in quarantine? Has it helped you in any way?
Yes and no. It has helped because you're locked into a place where it's like, okay, either I'm going to be bored or do nothing or work on something. So I've definitely gotten a lot of more stuff done, but it gets tiring quickly and tiring fast because I'm just doing the same thing every day. And I like to go out and make my experiences inspire me. So right now I'm just working straight off just the notes app and finding ideas that way, but I'm ready to go back outside.
For real.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for people who want to start kind of doing what you're doing, like being a comedian or like a creator?
Well, my first piece of advice would just be to start I know so many people that message me like, yo, I want to do YouTube or I want to make videos, but this and that and this and that. And it's like, yo, just start. Like my first videos were on a terrible camera with terrible acting. Like you're never going to learn until you start. So you definitely have to start. And a lot of people be like, oh, I'm waiting till I can get a nice camera or whatever. That's not an excuse either. Everybody has an iPhone. That is like HD quality camera. Until you have enough money to get a real camera, you can use your phone. Like there's no excuses. You can do anything with whatever the resources you have. And then I would say, don't compare your journey to other people. I've definitely been,
That's a really good one.
I've definitely been a person who's done that before, to where you see, especially your peers, the people that you've been around, and they're blowing up, and you're like, why aren't I doing this and that? But honestly, it's like there's nothing you can do about it. You have to enjoy the process, and you have to trust that, like whatever path God made for you is what this is the one you have to follow, and there's nothing that you can do to speed it up, nothing you can do to slow it down, because you don't know what you're gonna run into or what could have happened if you got thrown into a situation that you weren't ready for. Like for instance, I had a partial film scholarship. I mean, I had a scholarship to film school in LA in like 2016, I think. So I went out to LA for a couple weeks, like to check it out and to go to the school and stuff. And I never ended up going because it's stupid expensive to live in LA. And when you're at the school, you're not allowed to work because you're going to be on sets and stuff. So I was just going to wait until after I graduated. So, but now that I look back on it, I don't think I was ready, because if I went to LA by myself in 2016, like I really don't think I was mature enough or ready enough or knew what I was doing enough or prepared. So like if I went now, I would definitely be more ready than if I just threw myself in back then. So yeah, so just start. Don't compare yourself to other people. Just be you, be original. And even though, like we were saying before, that everything's comes from somewhere, but everyone has something about themselves that makes them unique. So find whatever it is for you that works, and then just keep doing that. And consistency is definitely key. And it's almost like borderline obsession. Like the greats at whatever they do, I guarantee the common denominator with everyone is that people will tell you that they were obsessed with what they're doing. Like
you have to love what you're doing.
Kobe's waking up at 3 a.m. taking 1,000 shots every day. Tiger Woods is doing 100 putts every morning. Michael Jackson's in the studio 18 hours a day. Like you're not gonna be great if you don't put in the work. It's just not
100%. 100%. Well, that's some dope advice. I feel like that was really good advice, and I can 100% agree with you for sure. Before we go, I'm going to see if anybody else has any more questions or comments for you. Hold up. Let's see.
So where are you from? Like, what's your background?
My background is Ghanaian, African American, and Italian. Look, we're switching roles here.
All right, let me introduce you.
Okay. Oh, someone asked, what has been the biggest challenge and greatest rewards?
The biggest challenge? I think the biggest challenge that I had to overcome was doing a lot of the things that I do by myself. Like if you have a team, it's so much easier, even just in terms of brain power or just resources. Like even just something as simple as having someone else to hold the camera, like, so I think if you could have a team, definitely have a team. But one of the greatest rewards is just people being able to see, like me being able to do what I love for a living. It's not like I'm rich or anything, but I haven't had a job since like 2017. So I just been able to do this. And I think being from Toronto, being from a cultural like immigrant background, that definitely played a part in me and like the sauce that I give, because
Yeah.
there's definitely a lot of things that just like subconsciously, like Jamaican people or African people, like we're able to do that other people literally just can't do, like just because we're African or just because we're Jamaican. And
I
we
hear
don't
that.
notice it, but other people would notice it. And
Yeah.
they'll be like, huh, like this is normal to us. But a lot of people will be blown away. Like a lot of Americans, like have you seen Americans like try to like dance or like have
Yeah.
rhythm or like do accents or like certain types of food, like just things that we normally just grew up doing, a lot of people can't do. So I think that's definitely an advantage that people have.
Yeah. Wow, we have a lot of questions. I'm just gonna let you answer only a couple more because people are really
Go
asking
ahead.
a
It's up
lot.
to you. I got time. I'm not doing that.
Okay, so someone asked, would you move out of Toronto?
I probably am going to move permanently. I don't know, but I definitely think that I will be spending a majority of my time outside of Toronto, because I think,
Yeah.
first of all, I am definitely an advocate for, I don't think, like personally, I don't
Yeah.
think that you should live in the same place for your whole life. Like I feel like you should
Okay.
experience something different, even just for a little bit. Now I've been able to do that multiple times, but for my career and the level that I'm at now,
Yeah.
Toronto's just not, in the current moment, at least, where I need to be in terms of the industry or connections or things I have to do. I'm probably going to end up back in LA, or I might go to New York
I
or
hear
even
that.
possibly Atlanta. Because it's just little things like, there's a, like, I'll just give you one example. Like, there's a really big soca artist.
Yeah.
I did a song, and then he messaged me and he's like, yo,
Wow.
this is a really good song, but I think it needs to restructure. Are you in New York? Come to the studio. Something like that. Where it's like, I'm not there, so I can't do that. You
Yeah.
know? But if I was in New York, I'd be like, okay, cool, I'm popping out. Or being in LA, you're just running into people left and right,
For
and it's
sure.
just opportunities. I was in the mall in LA, literally just looked up Ty Dolla $igns right there, like had a quick conversation with him.
That's sick.
Like
Wow.
there's just little things that those places that people are centered around in your industry, that I feel like I need to be around at this point. It's not,
Yeah.
it's definitely not for everyone. And I do think you need to get to a level that warrants you to be there. Like you need a reason. I wasn't one of those people where it's just like, okay, I'm just going to leave just to leave. And so, yeah, I think probably within the next 2 years, I'm
Okay.
probably going to be spending a majority of my time out of the city.
Okay. Okay, so last question is that I'm gonna let you answer is, who's funnier, Jamaican comedians or African comedians?
Ooh. I'm
Tough.
gonna say Jamaicans,
Okay.
just because I feel like, actually it depends. Like it depends in what aspect of comedy that
That's
we're
true.
talking about. Because like Jamaicans are funny in their own way and Africans are funny in their own way. So
Yeah, 100%.
so I don't know. It really depends. I would say, okay, I'll say that I think Jamaicans
Yeah.
are funnier,
Yeah.
but I do think that Africans are more gifted in terms of like artistically, like just in
Yeah.
general, like all together, acting, dancing, doing whatever. I'll give
Yeah.
that to Africans. But I think Jamaicans
Okay.
are comedic value. I will say Jamaicans. So Jamaicans
Okay.
are hilarious.
Aw. Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this interview with me. It was dope having you.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you guys, everyone, for who tuned in. Be sure to tune in every Fridays at 12 p.m., you guys, so you guys can watch me here on my show, Talkk Datt Talkk. And make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at Ellen Rocks and my media page, Talkk Datt Talk Media. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to tune in next Friday. Love you guys. Keep
Bye.
rocking.
Be faithful. Shout out to Black women.
So, GBKF,
My name is Pastor Clement Omozane.
I'm Medea, your red carpet host.
I mean, it was dope. Your answers were on. What's good, everybody? It's your girl Ellen Roxon here with my show Talkk Datt Talkk that airs every Fridays at 12 p.m. here on GBCAM FM. Today I have a great show for you guys. I hope everyone's having a great day. The weather has been great recently, so I hope everyone's been able to enjoy the weather. COVID is still kind of happening, so I hope everyone is still, doing their best to stay clean and cautious while, being out and about, enjoying the weather as well. I also hope that everyone has been taking the time to, donate or sign petitions for Black Lives Matter causes, you guys. So, just be sure to keep on educating yourself, keep on, donating, signing, and posting, you guys. I hope everyone's having a great day. Before I introduce you guys to my guests, we are going to take a quick break just so that everybody can grab a snack, get comfortable, and then we'll be back. So, guys, we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
As the world fights this coronavirus, we are standing together as a family.
My name is Kelly. I'm a fan of GBKM.
My name is Pastor Clement Omozane.
I'm Medea, your red carpet host.
I am your host, Ellen Roxon, for the show Talkk Datt Talkk here on GBCAM FM.
I'm a mother and a teacher. I stand with everyone at this time.
Hi, my name is OJ Ebobo, co-host of the King's Domain.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Aloidi, the host of the Chat Show on GBKM.
My name is Kenny Bazwai, President and CEO, GBKM FM and TV. We stand with all the community affected by this pandemic.
What's good, everybody? You're here with your girl Ellen Roxon. If you were just tuning in, I am the host for the show Talkk Datt Talkk here on GBCAM FM. Today I have a great guest for you guys. He is a comedian as well as a creator. But before I introduce you guys to him, I just want to make sure that everybody is still, staying clean, being cautious, and doing all that they can right now with COVID, still trying to keep their distance. Guys, let's welcome my guest, Tracer. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. So, Tracer, just to start, just please introduce yourself to everybody and let everybody know just a little bit about you.
All right, cool. You want me to do like my doorway introduction, or I could give you like the YouTube voice?
Whatever one
So
you
I got to tag
choose.
that.
You pick,
All right,
you
cool.
pick.
Boom. All right. What's goody in the hoodie like A Bookie? I'm back and I'm better like Bryson Tiller. It's your boy Trezor, a.k.a. the Toronto Tiller,
Hey.
a.k.a. the president of the Faithful Black Man Association. Don't chase me, chase the dreams. I'm here with Ellen, about to have a good show. So what's up?
Hey, that was dope.
I've been practicing. I'm not new to this.
Don't kill me. So just to start off, I do want to ask you, how do you feel right now about the whole Black Lives Matter movement, everything that's going on with that?
Definitely been a wild time, and I feel like just for Black people around the world, this has been a long time. And it's wild that it's 2020 and things like this are still happening. People are still getting killed by the police, and racism is still wildly prevalent. And these companies are just now starting to make changes and shifts in their company to combat racism. But at the end of the day, it's a good thing because this has been 400 plus years of oppression and anger built up. So I'm not really surprised that people are angry, whether it's looting or rioting or even the peaceful protests, which technically is what we should be doing. But you can't be upset. It's like if a kid is getting bullied at school and then one day decides to stand up for himself and hits back the bully, is the kid wrong for defending himself even though fighting is wrong? So it's kind of one of those situations. But I definitely love the awareness that's going on, and it sucks that it had to take this to happen for the changes to be made. But if this is what it takes, then this is what we got to do.
Right. How does it feel like being like a young black guy yourself, knowing that, you know, it could really be you and like, let's say George Floyd's position, for example. How does that make you feel?
It's definitely scary, but I think as young black men, we're kind of conditioned to where we don't even really think about it, because I've told some of my non-black friends about certain situations that I've gotten into, and they're like, whoa, like, you know, that's not normal. If that was me in the situation, I would have been traumatized. And I'm kind of like, okay, this is just the life we live, you know?
For sure. Can you like give us an example or maybe like a quick little story of like an attempt where you...
There was one time where I was in Walmart, like I just went to the gym, and then I was in Walmart, like literally just minding my business, went to buy a pack of protein, and I was walking out, and this police officer just walked up to me, and he's like, where are you coming from? I'm like, in the store. He's like, who are you with? I'm like, I was by myself. And then